All right, welcome to Randy Repairs It. This is my Bosch Ready Y Series 2. I don't know why they did that. I think that's a typo. Probably upside down for you guys. Hang on. Ready. Had it about a year, and I have 3 dogs, so this thing gets used multiple times a day. And I had just taken it apart before and cleaned it all up. I took all this apart, and I took this unit here apart, and I cleaned all the hair and dust and nastiness out of it. That's always been sticky. And it works fine. This part works fine, you can see. But when we put it on this part, and this is what my wife was complaining about, which got me to take the thing apart in the first place. You hear that clicking. So pull the brush out, right? And turn it back on again. Still clicking. So there's something going on with this motor. All right, let's get back in it. Get that out of the way. Let's get back in it and see what's going on. See if we can figure it out. All right, so there's a lot of hidden screws on this thing. I'm just going to show you guys. So you take a little, make sure I'm over here just right. Take a little pry bar or a little screwdriver or something, and you pop these wheels out. You should be doing this anyway because they get full of hair, and that was just me testing it out. I got dog hair in it. All right, and there's 2 of them, so we're going to pop those out. Get the hair out. And there's 2. There's a screw and a screw, Phillips head, and then this little rubber wiper. It just slides out, and you just pull it out, and there's a screw and a screw. So the back wheels, you can pop them out just to get them out of the way, and that's how that goes. Okay, so pop this off again. I recommend when you're taking something like this apart to have, you know, a little tray or a carton or something, a little box or something to put your parts in so they don't get lost. I like these little magnetic bowls and trays for this type of work. I know if you're doing electronics work, you may not want that magnetized, but works good for this. Okay. When I was in here a minute ago, I didn't see anything that was raising any concerns. I think it might be is the little DC motor. It might be going bad. I did clean a lot of hair out of it. I have a German Shepherd. And if you have a German Shepherd, or you know somebody has a German Shepherd, then you know. They shed. They turn their coat over every day. She's a good girl. I love her to death. All right. Okay. Like I said, I just had this off, so I knew that was going to come off of there. Dropping screws. Again, that's why you keep the magnetic bowl. Okay, so here's the little motor. Let me put this back on and we'll take a look at it. And that's all it was, just the little belt. The belt was off. Is it going back over? All right. That's an easy fix, huh? Easy fix. Okay. I guess the belt was just hanging up on it. And I took it apart, I just put it back the way I found it, so that worked out. Pretty straightforward, but at least you guys know now about the hidden screws. Take this thing off of here. The hidden screws to, you know, so you can take this apart, clean it out, and just, you know, put it back together again. Not a difficult job to do. All right, I'm back on this Series 2 Bosch vacuum cleaner. Got it working. It's nasty because I've been using it. My wife's been using it. Get the so what I want to try to do, I don't know if this is going to work or not. We're going to see. All right. This has been a great vacuum cleaner. It really has. I can't complain about it at all. The problem I have, and I think most of the people who fix stuff have, is even with right to repair, you can't repair something if you don't have parts for it. I can't. I found the belt. So and this applies to Italy where I'm at primarily because this is what I can find. I found the belt on Amazon in UK, but I'm not an Amazon member in UK, so it means I'd have to pay like horrendous shipping for this, you know, little belt. This wiper doesn't exist at all. There's no parts for this machine. It uses the 18650 lithium battery, so that's a pretty easy fix. If the batteries go bad, you can buy those cells pretty cheaply. So what I'm going to try to, I went to the Chinese store. This was about €2, maybe 2.5 euros, and it's a small wiper blade. And what I'm thinking might work. I don't need the metal. I really just need like that part there. Okay, let me see if I can get this metal rod out of here. Tell you what I'm gonna do, because I don't really need it. I'm gonna cheat. There we go. Okay, quicker. And I don't need this. So here's what I'm thinking, that this part down here, where this track is, might fit. So I'm gonna cut this. I got scissors here. I'm gonna cut this. We're getting close to the length. Let's see. It's about 12 centimeters. So to about here. I'm getting there. Okay. All right, let's see if this is going to work. believe it might, but it's not going to be easy because it's not factory. All right, let's try something else. Let's see if we can get it in on the side and then rotate it around maybe. Am I too long? A little too long. That part fit. Something's not so sharp. One more. Let's see if we can get this one in. Just doesn't like this middle one, that's the only thing. Okay. Look at that. Compared to the old one, which was all broken up and coming apart. So, Chinese store, 300 millimeter or 12 inch, just cheap wiper blade. Take it apart, cut it, put it back together again. Nothing wrong with that.